Hello, hello, my creative friends. I should look there. You are there. There's the camera. The camera is there, not there. It's there. Hello. Quick little intro before I launch you into this video today. Hello, everybody. Hello, my creative friends. Welcome back to another episode with Jen and Tam. I always say it's hard to say Jen and Tam because of the vowel weirdness. Thank you for clicking on this video. We have, myself and Jen have had another art date, I suppose. I could call it an art date, in which we talk about inner safe spaces, and we do some art together, and we chat in a relaxed and non-stressful way. I'm demonstrating how you can draw a very cute bear. Very simple and cute bear. I wanted to make something simple so it was easy and accessible. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving us a little comment. It always helps so much when you do that. Please also take a look at the links in the description below. You'll find links to Jennifer's websites and also to my sites and products and things like that. Thank you for being here today. And if you do create a bear, please post it in my Willowing and Friends group on Facebook. I can't wait to see what you do. Okay, have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Me too.
Well, hello.
We are back.
Yay. You look great, by the way.
You too. Thank you. Is it the red?
It is. I love the red. And we both have our nails.
Yeah, our nails done. Yeah, same.
Yes.
Yeah,
Love
that's
that.
nice. Yeah. How have you been?
I have been busy and a little too frantic for my liking. So this is perfect timing. I need this today. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
And joyful but like I can feel fear and sort of that revved up bit too busy thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I understand that. Yeah.
You?
Yeah, I feel generally actually quite grounded. And for this time of year, like I was saying to you earlier, I'm not normally this steady, but I feel also very stressed by just what's happening in the world all the time. Particularly today when we're recording this, there's been another kind of war started somewhere, and it's just all very, if it just feels really unsettling and stressful and all sorts of things. So I'm trying to stay grounded within the kind of stress of the world, but it's not easy. And so I welcome some time with you,
Me
dear
too.
Jen, and to spend some time just getting a bit like more calm and maybe do some art together. I look forward to
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's hitting me right in this moment that as you said that about the world, like, and the beautiful part of being with you to me is we're across the world from each other, but
Yeah.
we're right here. And it's like the polar opposite of what it can feel like for me. Like this feels like the healing balm of, and we're in the world, and we are the world, and we are connecting over art and peace and safety.
I like that
Let's
you
do
said that.
that.
I like you saying we are also the world. Do you know what I mean? Like actually, good
Right.
point. Because it's almost like you just, I don't know how you feel about it, but I just go, okay, I am here and the world over there is messing around and doing stuff, and I don't really feel like I have much control over it, nor do I feel like people pay me any
Right.
mind. Like it's almost like I'm irrelevant in it, but you make a really good point. Like I'm also the world. So
Yeah.
what we do, is has, even if it's a small impact, it's we're part of it. So yeah,
Yeah.
it touched me when you said that. I thought, oh, actually, good point.
Yeah, we're the world, and I hope that people who are watching with us, they are the world, and who knows where they are, but this is
Yeah,
like we are creating a little collective right here
yeah,
and now. Yeah.
yeah. No, I like
Do
that.
that.
I'm gonna ponder on that actually. And it might
Well,
be.
speaking of how we feel, I thought we could start today with like a little visualization to get us in a safe, internal safe space. Um, and it's probably not an accident that I am thinking this would be a good way to start because I've had to learn, and I think it took me way too long, which they would have taught me in high school.
Mm.
Um, I've had to learn that I can go inside and get safe.
Mm.
And so I thought we could start with something that helps us do that and then go from there.
Okay, I like that idea. That's
Okay.
yes.
So it's going to be just a few minutes of a guided meditation. And if for the people that are watching, get yourself comfortable.
Mhm.
I will too. And take a breath. And you know how to go into a meditation and you know about closing your eyes and that you want to feel safe. And so do I. And I don't know all of what it took to be here for you today and for the people watching, but I do know we are we have arrived and we're here. And isn't it also interesting that even as we both sit here thinking of all this, and I'm actually hearing a bird outside, that you might notice relaxation spreading more and more as you wonder, and I wonder what is going to happen today, anticipating what's next, and how we can spread that relaxation, maybe in waves, maybe in just a felt sense of a blanket of warmth, spreading how that comfort moves through us, moves through the body, perhaps from the head and the face muscles down across the shoulders, letting go in the jaw, letting the scalp let go, down the neck, down through the arms, into the hands, down into the fingertips and the tiny muscles and sensors on the tips of the fingers. And as the body relaxes, so does the mind, making it easier and easier to let go. Letting go the way a small child holding on to a balloon lets go of the string, and the balloon rises into the air, moving farther and farther up into the sky, getting smaller and smaller. It's curious how calming that can be. Just watching something get smaller, like a snowball in the palm of the hand, observing how that cold, icy snowball gets smaller from warmth, gets warmer and warmer just by letting go. And I'd like to suggest that you take some sort of path or bridge to help you meet a deeper, wiser part of yourself in your own special place, safe place, sanctuary in the mind's eye. So imagine now in your mind's eye some sort of path or bridge that you will take to your own magical, safe, calm place. Whether it's a path or a road or a bridge, take it now and let yourself go there to this healing place. Maybe this is a real place you've been, or maybe you're creating it now the way your mind can, the way our creative, wonderful imagination can produce things just on the spot. Amazing. This is the perfect place for you. The temperature, the colors, the sounds, and it leaves you so safe cozy, comfortable. Take some time to take it all in, the imagery and wonder and delight, the smells and sights, the feel and the vibe, the energy, deep feelings of serenity, and how that just happens because you yourself called it to be inside. You can almost smell the aromas that represent deep peace. And this is your place and your time. And you feel at ease, close to, even glowing. And as you get ready to come back, and we both come back to find a way to maybe bring a piece of this onto the page, just know, regardless of what is happening around us, this place is always there. And it's an inside job, which means you and me are fully in control of when we go there. And so take a breath and let's come back and open our eyes and spend a minute. I will time it, maybe a minute and a half. Just do some free writing on the page that you're going to create on top of, or, wherever you want to do it actually is fine. Let's just write what came up. I'll tell you when to stop.
Uh,
Okay,
I
you got
am.
it?
I have written a little bit, but not finished. But yeah, I have written some. Yeah.
Okay.
Shall I show?
So,
Shall we show our desks yet, or no? Or you want to do that yet?
not yet.
Okay.
We're going to do a couple more steps with the
Okay.
writing. Wherever
Okay.
it's at is fine.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to even be finished.
Okay.
Okay, so go through what you wrote just very quickly and underline the words that stand out the most to you.
Oh, okay. Mine is not very legible. Okay, I can
It
sort
doesn't
of see.
matter. It's just for
Okay.
you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Or phrase or short phrases
Yeah.
too.
No, I'm managing. I'm managing actually. Yeah. Yeah. This is fine. I can still read, sort of read it. Mm.
Okay, and once you've got that, take those words as inspiration or literally if you want, and just make a quick poem. Have we done this before? Or is this
We done something similar, but not. Yeah,
okay?
I remember doing a poem once. Yeah, but
Yeah.
not quite this way. But yeah, definitely something similar. So now little poem. Okay.
Yep. It can be a bad poem.
Of course. Mm. Okay.
Okay. And the last step is pick a one-word title.
Oh, a one word title.
One-word title for your poem.
Okay.
Okay. And the one word is usually the essence of
Sorry.
upside down. I'm going to my page and I have to
It was
turn
really
my
funny.
camera.
It was really funny how we just saw you go around rotate. Yes. So are we? Do you want me to show my desk as well?
If you want, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to read what you wrote or
Yeah.
do you
Well,
want
yeah.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
share
Yeah.
any
Sure.
part of it?
Here we go.
Okay,
So this was the
great.
not eligible part. So I'm drawing it around the bear that we're going to paint soon. So,
Okay.
the word is forest.
Okay.
So in the meditation, I actually I love following on TikTok these guys that they make shelters in the forests.
I
They,
love that
do you
too.
know them? Yeah, and they build them really far. They time lapse them, and you're like, oh, that is so cozy and safe. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I watch the ones where they're camping in a blizzard and they
Yeah,
put up their tent in
I've
minus
seen that
30.
in the snow, and then they have a dog or
Oh,
something with it. I love it. So
me
that's
too.
that's so
Okay.
funny. So that's what that kind of reminded me of. And I love watching them build, cut the wood and make a little. I like sometimes they hollow
Little
out a
fire.
tree, yeah, or a fire, and they hollow out a tree, or they hollow out something in the ground. So that's what sort of came up for me with a safe space. But mine was a bit more grand, like more like a hobbit house. And so
Uh-huh.
it's in the forest, and that's why I call it because you had only one word, so I'll call it the forest. So the poem is the safe forest with birds and dark shadows, and spaces of safety and caring. It's not a very good poem, as we said. Fire burning, blankets of love. I breathe and let go. That's the poem.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
I love the image. Oh, you and I are similar.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll share mine. Have you ever been to Portree?
To where? Sorry?
Portree on the Isle of Skye.
No, no.
It's in Scotland, where I'm from originally.
Yeah.
And I remember staying, it's often seen in postcards with all the colored houses along the sea.
Okay.
And I stayed in one of those one time and it was a storm and I was so cozy in there. And that's where I went in my mind.
Oh, nice one. That's
I
lovely.
wrote, the poem I wrote is goes like this.
Hmm.
Safety is mine. Gale on the window, mine. Rigorous rain, mine. Required, allowed. Ingredients for cozy. And I
Wow.
called
Sorry.
it mine.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Okay, I'm
Thank
going to
you.
come back here. And
There you go. I'll have
okay, I am ready for your instruction. I have my supplies. I have watercolor, markers, pencils.
okay. Yeah, so I'll say what my plan was because so we for anyone who's watching, hello. Janet said so she wanted to do something around the safe space and then I was going to do something artsy around it. So my idea was something like a an animal that you might associate with safety. So I choose the bear because I do associate with the safety, the sort of big, big bulkiness of a bear creature. I've actually done meditations as well on shadow work, wherein I guide people to go through shadow work, and there's a bear that helps you. That's almost like a guardian that is just there for you in case you need a supporting character. So I have chosen a bear. Also, it's a simpler shape. So my thinking is for those of you, if because we don't have that much time, it's a simple shape to draw. Um, and it's for me, I associate with safety. However, if you have a different animal that you'd like to try and paint and draw, you can just try and adapt the shapes a little bit. But
Yeah.
I just thought we could do a bear. So
Hey,
yeah, so if
okay.
you're up for that, you can do a bear with me. I'll actually so it's gonna be so because it should be doable in the time that we have because it's hard for me to do stuff that Oh, here's my
I'm
troll.
going
Look at
to,
that. Here's my troll. I've just done
yeah,
that one for Year of Magic.
oh, cute.
Um, so
So I'm going to attempt to
you can go
copy
over.
you.
Yeah, you could go over your where
Yeah,
where
I'm
you're
going to do
writing,
it right on top.
or you could do it. Yeah, you could do that. So, oh, okay, you go. There you go. That's the way. Yeah, that's a good way. So I don't even have to explain it.
No, but I
So,
can't
oh, but
see
you
it.
can't see. Sorry, sorry,
There
sorry.
we
Here we go.
go. Okay. And I thought I
Yeah, it's a
will
good shape. Yeah,
outline.
basically you go for kind of a cone-like shape initially, or you could start with a head. Oh, let me leave that out for you to see, and then I'll draw this in.
Mm, so cute.
So I'm drawing it again for people as well so they can see, basically how you could do this. Super simple upper body with um uh just a stripy. I thought we could make a stripy white and red jumper. And
Mm.
the arm is just going to be here. I mean, we're cutting it off at the bottom of the page. And then you're just going to go with bigger and narrower lines if you want to. You can, the other thing is you could do checkered, you don't have to do the lines. If you want to do a hard jumper, that's all fine. You can change this, adapt this design. Super easy. I did a little crown. You're doing a nice little crown as well.
Like a little crown. Sweet.
Yeah.
Except I don't think mine's gonna have any arms.
Okay. That's fine. Don't have to.
Because yeah.
That's
Okay.
totally fine. And then on here, I did a little bit of a fur. I drew fur ahead of time. I don't have to because we can make fur with paint. Just close up a little bit. And the collar here can have vertical lines. You can do anything you want, obviously. You can have dots on your jumper. Once on Lifebook, I did a bear similar to this, and we for each of the jumper segments, we did like a different pattern, like what you're doing right now. That's cool, something like that. You can make
Mm-hmm.
each segment different if you wanted to as well. I gave mine butterfly wings because that's what I like doing, but you don't have to do that. And then I added some extra elements around the character as well. Um, Flowers and stuff like
I'm
that.
gonna do a little bumblebee. However, I do that.
Nice one. That's really funny that you're saying that because I literally saved a queen bumblebee in the last 2 days. I gave her sugar water for 2 days and monitored her. And I'm like completely obsessed with bumblebees. So I'm like,
Oh,
it's a sign from the universe because literally I've been learning about bumblebees like really in detail. So it's
so
really cool.
cute.
Yeah. Like I found out, I didn't know this. Do you know that bumblebees, the queens are born in sort of late summer and then they leave the colony to find a mate and then they mate and then they basically have a pocket or like a pouch inside their bodies where they keep the sperm and then they hibernate during the winter and then they come out around end of February, March, and then they look for a nest to start fertilizing the eggs and laying the eggs.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? Like, and basically one queen of bumblebees will fertilize an entire colony,
Wow.
and she's got all the sperm for that. She keeps that like in her little pocket. I think that's so cool. The
God, I
entire
did
winter.
not know that.
I know, right? I was just so like enchanted to find all this out because I was basically looking after this bumblebee that had just clearly come out of the winter period, and she was walking around all drunk, like hills really slowly, and I was like,
Oh,
shit, I need to save this bee, and then I basically studied up on it. I filmed a little bit of it. It's going to go on my YouTube channel, funnily enough, in another video before this one. But it's funny that you said bumblebee because I love them so much. So anyway,
cool.
yeah. Andy once bought me a hive colony of bumblebees for my birthday. You can buy these and have,
Really?
yeah, you can buy them and have them in your garden, but they don't come back to the same
I've
house.
heard of people having honeybees, but I've never heard of people having
Exactly, yeah. If you're
bumblebees.
proper honeybee, then you are proper like a proper beekeeper, because they stay and you can make those colonies bigger and stuff. But bumblebees only have one season, so they don't sort of remain. They just move on.
Um,
So I was really quite sad about that because I adore bumblebees. I think they're so
oh.
funny. They're so
And
like, yeah,
isn't it that they are like anatomically should not be able to fly?
yeah, that's what I said as well, or thought as well. And I looked that up, and that's kind of a myth. It's true, but it's not true. So apparently
Oh,
they're
you know
weak.
who that is? That's Barbie. Barbie anatomically could never stand up
That's
straight.
true. No, but it is also true that there was a myth about bumblebees that they shouldn't be able to fly. But I looked that up, and that used to be true that people thought that, but it's actually not true because they looked at the wing.
Oh,
They based that on the wings and how they thought the wings are not built to be able to carry a body like that. But then they found out later that the wings use propeller-like movements. They do something which then explains why they can fly. Anyway, I
oh,
only learned all this in the last week because I get hyper focused on particular topics and then I learn everything about it.
I love it. You know what this is doing for me right now?
What? Yeah.
I've got my little house, which I love having little houses on things,
Mhm.
and a little bumblebee and a butterfly and the bear. it's bringing me back into this feeling of being a child,
Yeah, being safe.
which,
Yeah. And that can
yeah,
be safe. Not
it's
everyone
kind of
felt safe as a child, but
no,
yeah.
no, but it has a safe feeling right now. Like
Yeah,
it's
nice
kind of
one.
feels sweet.
I'm happy about that. That's good to know.
Me
Yay.
too,
That's
because
what
the
we like.
world can feel unsweet.
Yes, for
So
sure.
it's nice to come back to this.
It's nice
As you
connecting.
can tell, I am dying to get painting on
Yes,
this.
let's go for it. It's kind
Okay,
of like you can just do your own thing. I don't need to teach you. Um,
we'll just
uh,
put
it's
in a
nice to
water
get in touch with
down.
the innocence of things, isn't it? So
That's what it
I,
is.
that's what I
Yeah.
often do. So all of my courses where I do a lot of the baby, not babyish stuff, but what I mean is like the more childlike illustrations. They
Yeah.
are often for me to get in touch with a sense of innocence, because I feel like the world is sometimes so rough to be in, and connecting with a sense of sort of sweetness and innocence can be really, really calming for me and grounding.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now.
Good. I'm glad.
Mhm. What are you using? Are you going to
Uh,
use?
these watercolors are actually by Paul Rubens that I was given to review, and I literally reviewed them in a video yesterday, and so they're still there lying out. And that's a bit too brown for me. Let's do that one. Mm.
And do you like them? What's the
Yeah, I find that the Paul Rubens ones are pretty nice and vibrant and not as expensive as as the more expensive brands. So they do
Mm.
have a nice vibrancy, and they kind of stay they're pretty good. And also they sometimes have interesting colors that I can't always find in other
Oh, I love that.
yeah, there's for instance a Payne's Gray in this one, and I don't think I've ever seen a Payne's Gray in the Schminke series. So yeah, it's kind of cool to get a mix of colors. Like there's a lavender that I really like in the sorry in the Paul Rubens series, not in this particular set, but another one that I really like as well. So yeah.
But I bought this set. I just thought of this. I bought this very set that I'm using
Mhm.
the very first time I ever did Life Book.
Oh really?
And it was
Oh.
in the middle of COVID, and I set up a studio in my living room so I'd be close to the kids and we'd all kind of
Yeah.
have a bit of, and that's when I first discovered ordering from Amazon.
Oh.
I'd really done it before that. And
Okay.
then I ordered watercolors and I ordered the crayons
Hmm.
and did Life Book for the first time, and I
Oh,
just loved it.
that is so nice to hear. And which brand did you buy then? What have you got there? What is your watercolors?
You know what? They're from Amazon and they're called Pretty Excellent.
Oh, what a good name.
And then they have some Chinese, it looks like Chinese writing.
Okay.
So I don't know
Do
what they
you
are.
like them? Do you feel like the
I
quality
like
is pretty
them.
good, or are they?
I don't know if I would know,
Okay. Yeah,
I
yeah, I
don't
understand what you
know.
mean.
There's ones that I've seen that I would love to try that are called Beam. Have you
Okay.
seen those?
No, I haven't.
Oh, they look absolutely beautiful.
Nice one. Is it the
Are
colors that
those
you like, or what
the
when you say that
colors?
it's
They're
really
very shimmery.
okay? Yeah.
Um, and I have tried Jane
Jane
Davenport.
Davenport. Yeah.
I mean, she's got beautiful stuff. I have her mermaid set of watercolor pens.
Mhm. Yeah.
I love that.
I think
But I thought because I have never, as you know, I'm trained as a therapist and I learned art on my own.
hmm,
Here's something that you would know that I just discovered.
okay.
You mix colors. You don't have to just use the color as it is.
No, you can mix. Yeah.
I
Oh,
never knew that for the longest time. So I've
oh.
just
Well, you
like feel
can.
like it's opened up a whole world to me.
Look, oh, nice one. Well, you don't have to. You can use them straight from the pan, but sometimes it's nice to create your own. So, I use a lot of the time I use exactly the colors that are in the pans, but it's also nice to mix your own. For instance, if you're making shading colors like a tone, like shadow colors, you can mix opposite complementary colors. Or here, look, I made these the other day. Look, these are all mixed colors from
Beautiful.
these are all
Yeah.
very earthy, neutral tones, which often people avoid making because they can be like muddy. But these are all
Yeah.
colors made. Guess what? These are all from either mixing green with red, or purple with yellow, or blue with orange.
Wow. They're
Cool, isn't it?
beautiful.
Yeah, I really like them. So that's how you make neutral tones, and they can be used for shadowing and or nature paintings. But right now as well, I'm mixing at least three browns together a little bit and let it seep, like
Yeah.
blend into each other. What kind of
What's
paper? paper are you
I,
using in this
I
journal?
just painted over my heart. Oh well, I'll fix that with
Okay. Yeah.
I am using, let
Looks
me
like a
show you because I'm in love with this journal
okay.
so much. This is the Dina Wakley
Hmm.
journal. It looks like this on the outside, and
Yeah.
the pages are all this was a jelly print. They all lay flat
Yeah.
and the paper never bleeds no matter what I do.
Is it watercolor paper or is it mix what they call mixed media
I
paper?
think it's more mixed media paper, but look,
Okay.
this is all watercolor and it it's got a really nice absorption.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I just got new watercolor tubes and I did these little colors from
Oh yeah.
mixing.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I just started.
You can show us a little flip through of your journal if you'd like that, maybe.
Well,
You,
maybe I
you,
will. Yeah.
you enjoy
I
that?
love
Yeah.
I do a lot of collage
Yes,
here.
we know.
We know that.
Yeah, but I like
Um,
seeing all your little experiments. Like you have a mix of stuff in there.
I
Not
do.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like to
nice to
mix it
see.
up. I was following a woman who does a watercolor page a day, and she did this one and
The heart one. Is that the heart?
the circles
Yeah.
and this one too. Very
Oh
simple.
yeah, nice. Yeah.
And actually, I did this right before a client came that I was nervous how to
Yeah.
help them.
Oh, okay.
Little bits of
Nice
writing.
to see. It's nice to see all the variety. It reminds me of when I was doing. This is a slightly smaller journal. So what you're working is smaller. Mine is always A4, so it's more space. But I used to work in moleskins. You know the moleskins,
Oh yeah.
and they're smaller.
Hmm.
And I used to fill those up with a lot of similar what I see you do, like combinations of
Yeah.
writing with collage with paints. It's cool. Yeah.
This was from these pages here are from Women Unleashed this past time.
Oh, cool, cool. Yeah.
I did all these ones and I love this one.
Yeah, that is nice.
Made
Nice
me
one.
happy. And it was old books, like old library books
Oh
that
yeah.
are
That
the
you use
background
for
and
the collage. Yeah.
I also did, which I love, I've always wanted to do it, and I finally did it. It's like here it is. It's like a timeline of your life, but you do it in circles like a tree. Like,
Oh,
when you
nice
set
one.
a
Like
tree
the
down?
actual rings of a tree. Yeah, yeah.
And then I just put like little symbols of things, the big events in my life around it.
Very
That felt
cool.
nice. Yeah.
Nice
Okay, back
one.
to my bear. Do it. What color do you do the snout?
Just sort of whitish. You can keep it white, but the nose itself will you can make black. I tend to make black.
Right.
But
This
I would
is where
keep
I get lost. I get lost in what colors go together. So now I've done this brown and greeny color, and now I'm like, what color goes with that? I don't even know.
well you wanting to do the snout though, or you're
No,
asking
even the stripes.
oh
What
the
would be
stripes.
good?
So I was just gonna simply go for red and white and not do much more. But if you want to do other colors, yes, you could
Yeah.
so should we look at the color wheel for a second and talk about
Okay,
it?
yes, because I have a color wheel and I don't know what to do with it. It
Okay.
confuses me.
Right, so here's a
Um,
color wheel. I don't know if you can see my screen. So if
yes.
you're talking about brown, so brown is like often a version of red or orange. It's a shade. I don't know. So in
Yeah.
if you can think about color, you have tints, shades, and tones. And a shade is a darker version of, let's say, red. And a tint is a lighter version of red. So it's basically red mixed with white, and red mixed with black becomes a
Ah,
shade. Red mixed with white becomes the tint, pink. And the tone is actually red mixed with gray. Okay. So
okay.
so if you I don't know if you've ever looked at a color wheel like this, but you have basically color combinations that are meant to be nice for the brain. And by the way, I always say don't get too hung up on this because I feel like breaking the rules is a good idea. I always say don't feel too rigid about color schemes, but it is
Right.
helpful to know. So you've got brown there for the bear and then green as well. So browns,
Yeah.
let's say you're out in sort of in this area, red or white, and you're actually doing quite a complementary thing here. So
Okay.
green is opposite. So if you use complementary colors, what they tend to say is to try and use one more sporadically than the other. You kind of have 50-50 here. I feel like quite a equal amount of brown, equal amount of green. Is that right?
Yeah, I
Did you
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you can manage, I don't know if it, yeah, this is just only if
I'd
you
like
can.
figure out what background color I could do
Okay.
that would maybe complement or pop it out a little.
Yeah. Well, in complementary, so you kind of you because you've sort of chosen these two colors,
Mhm.
um, I mean, what you could maybe do is put a pink, a light pink at the background, or,
Okay.
but then, like what basically when you when you do complementary color schemes, people tend to say, stick with one dominant color. So actually, anytime you're using colors choices, they tend to say choose one dominant color, and the others become accent. Do you see what I'm
Okay.
saying? So
Like do like a different shade of green
yeah,
maybe?
basically, for instance, yeah, yeah,
Okay, I
yeah.
could do that.
But you basically, coincidentally, the color scheme you've chosen is quite a tricky color scheme. So,
Okay.
because it is a what they call can be quite a garish one when you if you don't divide the colors, if you divide them too equally, then the eye doesn't quite know where to place where to rest. So you're
Right.
looking. I mean, this is pure color theory now. Okay, so we're not really here for that today, but because you asked,
Yeah.
you because just for me, it's about are you having fun is really the question rather than do you want to do something
Yes.
perfectly. But technically speaking, if you do work in a complementary color scheme, try to use one color for like 70% of your page and then use the other color as an accent.
Okay. I love
Um,
that I get a little art lesson.
but you
You
said, I
know,
don't know what color to do now. So then I thought, oh, I like it.
even the courses I've done that are art-based, they are always heavy on therapy and
Mm,
like they don't tend to be heavy at all on
theory.
art
Okay.
theory.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I've always wanted, but I don't have time in my life right now to
yeah.
take an art course and learn some of this. So
Well,
thank you.
I'm very happy to send you just my introduction to color theory because what I've just explained to you is in there. It's only an
Oh,
hour. It's an hour video, but my entire course, Kaleidoscope, is exactly about color and color theory and learning everything about color, like everything.
cool.
And that's, I mean, I like that one a lot personally. It's one of it's a course I'm maybe almost most proud of because I
Really?
really, yeah, I
Oh,
felt like I really dove into color myself, like really, dived deeply to figure out, okay, how can I really explain color to people properly, really break it down, step by step. So I'm personally very proud of that course. But I also have
cool.
for all of my current courses, including Lifebook. Which Lifebook were you on? Because I now, on all the Lifebooks I do, include an introduction to color theory at least.
Good.
Which Lifebook were you on? What do you? Oh, you said COVID 2020.
2020. Yep.
I think I that includes an introduction to color theory. So you just
I probably didn't do it.
yeah. But it's only an hour or so, so it's not like you're spending ages and ages.
Something, I don't know, something like that I block or something about color. Like I have the color wheel. I cannot wrap my head around it. Even you describing it, I'm like, what?
Okay, well,
I
yeah,
don't know why.
I could slow it down. I mean, basically, if you think
Okay.
about it, that you've got six main color combinations that work well, and if you so you basically just look at how it even says it on the particular color. Well, let me just show you one more time. So you have here it says harmonious color schemes, and it'll say monochromatic. So explains one, and that's basically using one tint, one color, and then you're using all the versions of that color. That's monochromatic.
Right.
Very easy. You only use one color. Then you have analogous, and that is choose between 2 to 5 colors that are next to each other on the wheel. So you might use yellow, yellow, green, green, blue, and green and blue. So these all go together nicely in that
Okay.
color scheme. But also not just these colors, it's any version of that color within. Yeah, so you could combine, let's say, light blue with dark green with a tone of yellow, let's say.
Mm.
Right? I don't know if this is clear. And then you've got other ones. Complementary are the opposite colors. They go back good to get well together, but it's a tricky one to do right. And then you've got split complementary, which is you get one color and then opposite. And also here you even have the triangles that are explaining it, so you can point it. You can point it
Ah,
to a color, and then it shows you which are the two to choose. If you want to use split complementary, then you use yellow, orange, and red, orange. Anyway, it says it's quite handy on these color wheels. It actually explains it on there, like
yeah.
literally will tell you how it works. But yeah, if you sit
Gosh,
down and I'm sure that you can, figure out if you
I
sit
feel
down
like
and
I'm
focus on it.
bastardizing it completely here
What
because I
you'll
know what's going on with this picture, but it's okay because it's my bear.
it's your bear and it's your and it's again, like I said, it's about how you're having fun, I feel.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I do like it to look nice. I often look at yours and think, oh. This
Okay.
looks so beautiful.
Um, yeah, okay, thank you. And also I've been doing it for a very, very long time.
I know.
Um,
It's
yeah,
like but it's nice to be kind of in the company of that, I find, like somebody who's well acquainted with something.
thank you. Thank you. I do wonder about, like you said, that this absorbs the watercolor well. I don't know if it does when I look from here because it seems like it lays on
There's
top a bit.
puddles.
Yeah, it lays on top more. Like, see, if you look at mine, this is proper watercolor.
Oh yeah.
The paper actually
It's
absorbs the
in.
watercolor, and
Yeah.
so maybe if you want to try this again at some point, then you could. This is nice combination, by the way. The magenta with green is very nice. That's also complementary, so that works nicely.
Oh, good, because
Yeah,
I just cannot get through a painting without using magenta at
yeah,
some point.
magenta is great. Yeah,
My theme color or something.
yeah, magenta is wonderful.
Ah,
But yeah, you could try it again. Like, get yourself proper watercolor paper for this kind of work. It's really
well, I
makes a
have
difference.
it. I
Yeah,
have sheets of it, but I don't have a book, and I really love doing things in my journal.
right.
So maybe I need a watercolor journal.
There are also watercolor journals. They're not, unfortunately, this one that I'm using has no longer been produced. This is
Oh,
the Robertson watercolor sketchbook, which is my favorite one, and I own like, I don't know, 20 of them or something. And the guys just don't produce them anymore. I even contacted them and said, look, I'll sell them for you. People want to buy these. Please keep
yeah.
producing them. But they were, had trouble with all sorts of things. Anyway, but there are some other watercolor journals out there that with maybe even 90 grams of weight, like the not as thick as this one, but still good enough. Like Arteza does a few, and they are, like this. I think I
Hmm.
showed you last time. These ones, they're
Yes, you did.
fair ones. These are quite fun, and they're not as nice as these ones. Hold on.
That's lovely though. And I love when the pages open flat. There's something about that for me
Yeah,
that makes me
these ones.
very
And
happy.
yeah, and that's
Oh,
this is
look at that.
about. Sorry, I'm trying to not lay it down on the bed, but this is 90 grams, I think,
Nice.
of thickness, and it's watercolor, and it will absorb your watercolors better than the mixed media paper. Mixed
Ah,
media paper can be all right, particularly if you also go on top of it later on with acrylics and some collage, which you do anyway in your
yeah,
journal. But yeah, if you're doing more, if you want to do like illustration type stuff like this, I recommend working on proper watercolor paper for sure.
good idea.
But also, again, it doesn't like I have worked in moleskins that had really thin. It wasn't even watercolor. It wasn't even mixed media paper. It was just thin paper, and I worked on that for years. With I'll show you actually. I'll show you because it's just something about just staying committed to a particular journal and just having it almost like a
Oh
diary
yeah,
where and it doesn't matter if it goes well if it doesn't go well. This
it doesn't
I
matter.
absolutely love that, and I
It's what it holds for me. Like
yeah,
there have been
that's what I
times
mean.
in my life
Yeah,
when I have slept with my journals.
yeah, exactly. I get
They
that.
feel like they hold
Yeah,
so
you hold
much.
your soul, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So I
so,
like it organized.
yeah, and it doesn't, and you'll do things that you're happier with and then not so happy with, but it is your stuff and it's you and it's something's very
Mm,
special about it. I have on my YouTube channel a whole flip through of these really old journals I did in 2007, like 20 years ago. You can look at those if you're interested.
yeah.
They're quite interesting because they also just have I even have like a dead butterfly glued in there that I found on the streets
I
in.
remember that. I
Oh,
think
really?
I've seen this
Ah, yeah. So
episode.
it's a proper. It's almost like a keepsake sort of. It's not just I'm painting what I do now. That was very different type of type of creating. I had wool in there. I put all sorts in there.
Oh, I love it. I love it when things are very eclectic like that.
Yes, and tactile, and you can touch it. And I would put
Yeah.
fabric in there and all kinds. I'll just show you one. A couple here.
Oh, I'd love to see it. I am going to outline some things in my Posca.
My God, these are so old and so fat. It's so funny. I'll show you.
It's so satisfying when they're fat.
Yeah, these are
When they're
genuinely.
fat and they don't fall apart.
Yeah, well, these are. I'll show you. Let's see.
I'm going to turn my screen so you can see me. There.
I'm just going to put the bear away for a sec. Whoops. I'll put the bear away and then show you this. So check this out. This is how fat these are.
Wow. And are they heavy?
Yeah, heavy, very heavy.
Heavy.
These are the moleskins that I've done. These are from 2007, I think. And look, it's even this plastic is even the plastic has no more give. The
Ah,
stretch has gone out. That's how old they are. So moleskin, and these are here. I am Tam. Uh,
oh,
let's
that
see. Oh,
is
and I did the same with
precious.
this one. I am Tam. I'm trying to see which one was the first. I think this may have been the first one. India. Well, the 1st of January 2007. So I see
Wow.
collage and like a boarding
Ah,
pass. It was a bit like almost like a sort of a what do they call that? The scrapbook, like having both
yeah.
art in it, words, sand.
Yeah.
I put sand in here. This is a drawing of Andy.
You guys
Cloud.
go to India?
Yeah, we lived in Sri Lanka when I did this, and we went on holidays to India there.
You're in
Like it's
love.
and this is referencing the child that I thought I was going to have, a girl child called Sophie. These
Mm.
sorts of things, like it's very
Yeah,
installation,
journal, art
paradigm, yeah,
journal.
drawing, painting, writing. Here, little leaves. Like I love that sort of stuff. These were
Ah,
found on the street, actual physical leaves. The bird that I saw, my foot, all these sort of things.
love
This
it.
is sand. This is actual sand, physical sand from this
Wow.
from the thing from the beach there in Happy Birthday for Andy. Here is the ticket from the plane. I drew
Oh,
my own hand here, holding a fake heart, like all that kind of stuff. Very
oh,
cool. Like I
beautiful.
like this a lot. And this was all done with also watercolor paint, but this paper is not built for watercolor paint, really. It's just really thin paper.
Ah,
So yeah, this meant to be from Buffy, the vampire
oh,
slayer,
yeah.
the Willow character. Again, another collage piece. So there's lots of similar to what you've got in your thing. It reminds me of that. This is it's coming off. Um, little cute things, but even then I
Oh,
did like cute things. The butterflies there already.
I
Here it
love
is.
seeing people's older work,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's so cool to see your
Can you imagine
earlier
this is
time.
20 years old?
Wow.
And this is here, it's fabric in here. This is wool and fabric. I want to try and find the butterfly that I put in. Drawings and all sorts and flowers and
I
this
am
is
a,
actually this is a
it's like
picture
a
of
book.
me. Yeah, yeah, it's very cool. I like this, what I saw in yours. Remind me of this. This is here. This is a proper butterfly, an actual
Oh
butterfly.
my
Is now
gosh.
it's now nearly properly disintegrated. I had a plasticky thing over it.
Mm.
So it says I found you on the street today and couldn't understand when no one had picked you up yet.
Mm.
That sort of stuff.
That is
It's very close.
beautiful.
It's very beautiful, sort of self,
Yeah.
your own inner
You're
world,
on
right? All your own thoughts and your own
your life.
sadnesses. Yeah, everything that's happening for you inside of you. Very sweet. It's nice for me to look back on it. But there's a whole
Oh
video of this. This whole journal has been recorded and flipped through. If people want to see it, they can look.
my gosh.
It is beautiful, isn't it? It's so
That
old. And
is,
here a whole Zen doodle. Um,
my goodness.
Anyway, it's very
Wow.
old stuff. It's all very old, but very nice to see. Very nice to see again here. A nude.
How awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And photos, photos of myself, all kinds. And then so I did a page every day. That was the
That was
challenge.
cool.
So
Yeah.
that's why it's so full. And then I continued. This was the second one after that, I think. Yeah, May. See, because this whole book, this one filled up until say April, and then I continued 8th of May. So
Wow.
loads. And then the other thing about something like this is you develop very quickly because you're doing it every day. And if you
Yeah.
challenge yourself to draw or something, you become better and better and better at it. But I
And
only
did
managed to
you
do it.
get inspiration from yourself, or did you follow anybody or look at any?
Uh, then before this, I was part of a journal group called an art journal group on LiveJournal. Me and my early peeps. Hello, early peeps.
Yeah.
We used to live on before anything existed. Facebook didn't exist. Nothing existed. We had LiveJournal where everyone would write blogs and then we would follow each other, a bit like Facebook, but this was all blog posts, and then we followed each other. So that was on LiveJournal, and there were also groups there, and that's where I was introduced to art journaling actually, and that's I got the inspiration from there. For instance, like putting wool in my wool or
Yeah.
fabric in my journals came from there. I found that really interesting. But a lot of these drawings they're just made up, like they're not from
Yeah.
anywhere. Um, I don't know, I can't remember, but I may have found a reference for something like this. I can't remember, like a
Yeah.
photo. So yeah. And then I don't know what this
Just.
is, like it's all kind of very
And do you
life.
ever go down the rabbit hole of going through your old journals? I do that, and I'm gone for hours.
Yeah, yeah. These I sometimes go on the internet for these. Like I look at my own. There's videos of those. I think that's quite interesting. This one I never finished. Though. Soul stories, I call it.
Hmm.
Oh, these were again meant to be 170208. So that was the year after. I wanted to continue, and then eventually Dylan was born, and then
Yeah.
nothing happened anymore. Then I was
And
able to
then
do
it all
it.
went to shit.
Yeah. The child came and I can't do nothing anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it was
I
just not
love
doable.
these. This is like your love story time with Andy.
As well, yeah, for sure. A lot of Andy in there.
Hmm.
Uh, load of that. Yeah. Anyway,
That's gorgeous. I
thank you.
love seeing
Thanks for saying.
people's journals.
Thank you. Yeah, me too. I mean, I really find
Huh.
these types of see my journals nowadays are much more. They're just like there's a drawing. Less. I mean, I do write in them, but I only write in them afterwards. I'll put my paint or whatever in the drawings, but the
Oh,
focus is more on the thing that I'm painting, and I tend to paint in. Tend to paint to. Sorry, I'll just put my face back on.
yeah, I'll put my
Oh, you're
video
putting.
back.
Oh, okay.
Mine are the opposite. Most of mine are mostly um, writing.
Right.
And then I have them all up on the wall. I'll show you an example.
Yeah.
And then I'll have like a page of like this,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly.
but
See, it's very
most,
similar. You see how
and
here
then I like
you write a
putting
lot more. Yeah, you write lots. Yeah.
pictures of my friends
Yeah.
but I write a lot.
Yeah.
And this was one of those ones that was just one of those cheap composition books
Yeah.
that I recovered and then glued pages together.
Hmm.
Look at her, I love her.
Very nice. Yeah.
But most of mine are lots of writing but I like having it all in one book. That is my thing so I need to get a watercolor book.
Yeah, I would recommend it if you
Yeah.
also if you I mean only if you want the watercolor to be absorbed better if you care about it it doesn't if it's not the
Absolutely.
aim if it's not the point of what you're doing then you don't need to but I enjoy like for instance in a journal like this what did I do in this one so there's pages there's usually like this so if you have a page like this I will
Mhm.
focus on as you can see the focus is obviously on the
Oh,
girl but there's a lot of words hidden and
yes.
expression. So I tend to be all expressive emotionally in the colors, and then there's
Mm.
always some words, but the words are not as much. This is
Yeah.
finished. Here, same. This one again. There is a focus. You get emotion from the face. You get emotion from the
Ah.
scribbles, and then there is lots of words here as well. Why is this like this? Deep sigh, butterfly. I'm sorry. I don't think I can. I don't know what I'm saying here. I can know your name. I don't know what it is. Soul lessons. There's always significant words that in that moment in time will mean a lot to my body in that moment.
Hmm.
But yeah, but if you like the idea of working, I don't know, for the art to
Be
to
blooming a little more.
yeah, then watercolor journals I think are helpful because particularly if you work with watercolor. I mean, if you only work with acrylics, it's not such an issue because acrylics really work on
Well, watercolors are new for me, but I am learning to love them, and I never did because of the whole control thing. I
yeah.
didn't feel like I could have control over them, but hey, where am I with my art part here?
So you're asking me?
Yep, asking you. What should
What
I
do you want?
do?
What are you asking me? Where are you with it? What do you?
What does it need from your perspective?
Okay, so I would put some highlights in your on your bear. Have you got a
Okay.
white marker or something?
Mm, I
Like a
do. Yes, I think I do. I have them right here.
cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And have you got a black marker by any chance as well?
I do.
Okay. So you could put like it depends on if you like it. So I don't always want super clear outlining on everything, but sometimes a little bit of line work can kind of refine your edges. It can, you know,
Right.
define certain things that have maybe been lost during the painting. But yeah, you could make the nose clearer. That's a good idea. The eyes could do with a little highlight. Then there's that brings light to the bear, like a little bit of vibrancy, a little bit of aliveness rather. I said light, but maybe
Mm-hmm.
aliveness is the better expression. Ooh, ooh. I'm just
Well,
putting
my
some
bear's
magenta
eyes
in.
look fierce, which I don't mind if he's going to be my safety.
Oh, so then I can help you with that. That's just the eyebrows that you need to change if he's looked too fierce. If you feel these too fierce, then you just need to make the eyebrows a little less
I don't mind him
I,
fierce.
huh?
I don't mind him fierce.
Oh, you don't mind. Oh, I thought you
He's
said he
got
isn't
the
he isn't your safety, you said if he's fierce.
No, if he's going to be my safety, he can
Oh,
be a
you want
little
him to be fierce.
fierce.
Sorry, I misunderstood. Okay.
That's okay. Oops, that one's a dud. My white, not so good. I find often with white, oh, except Posca, they're pretty good. But I find if I try to do white on black, the black just absorbs it too much.
Okay, so if you is that with the pencils sorry, the markers you have?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm trying a Posca now, which might go a bit better.
Posca is usually a bit better, but not always. If you really want something very stark white, I would use a white acrylics that is not really
Oh, yeah.
thin, not a milky white acrylics, but a
That's good enough.
yeah, okay, you see for some reflection, that's good.
Yeah,
Nice one.
I think I'm ready to put some words around it
Nice one. Okay, go for it.
in black. Ah, none of my black markers are working. Typical.
That is also annoying, yeah.
And the thing to do would be, as soon as I realize that, throw them out. But do I do that? No. I put them back in the pile for next time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use a different color here.
I'm just going to use a hairdryer, but the Zoom won't hear it, so it's fine.
Yeah. I actually love watching people do lettering. It's one of my favorite things,
Yeah, yeah,
like their technique.
yeah. You know, on TikTok, there's guys that are doing things like writing people's names in just calligraphy, and they do it on lives, and they just repeat people's names, and it's really soothing. It's like a sort of a, I don't know what it is. It's just you watch them just write the name in calligraphy in sand, and then they
Mm.
remove the name. It was really calming.
Oh. It's like ASMR, but for visual.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
We develop our little techniques, don't we? And then it's nice to see someone else do something different.
Yeah, exactly. It's just sort of yeah, just relaxing, I suppose, to see someone do that. It was really fascinating to me how loads of people watching these, and I was like sort of mesmerized as well.
In a couple of days from now,
Mhm,
I'm having the grade 12, which is the last year of high school
mhm,
here.
mhm.
Their art class is coming to my studio, and I'm
Oh,
introducing them to the concept of what art therapy is.
oh, how cool!
I cannot wait. It's
Yeah.
one of those things that, it's like one of those things you say, oh, I wish I would have learned that when I was younger. Like
Mm.
the chance to kind of show people how art can be healing at
Yeah.
the age of 17 and that you don't need fancy
Yeah.
stuff, you know, I'm just so excited.
Is it the whole class, or the people that have
Yeah.
shown that show? Oh, it's like I don't know how it works there. If they
The
choose.
whole class is coming
Oh,
on a
okay.
school bus.
Okay. Wow, that
My
is.
neighbor is going to have a cow. I have one of those neighbors that like gets flustered easily by
Yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I see.
That's okay. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Nice one. Safe and sound. I love that.
Safe and sound. And I got these beautiful glitter pens for um Christmas, and I'm gonna put a little pink on things with them. Glittery butterfly.
Nice.
How do you feel in your body right now?
Uh,
Let's do a little
yeah,
body
just
check.
just nice, relaxed, chill, kind of happy, enjoying the togetherness and the conversation. What about
Me
you?
too. Yeah, I feel way less overstimulated than I did at the start.
Oh, nice one. That's good.
Mhm.
It is always remarkable to me how just making art can be, even if nothing else, just the putting the brush and the paint and then the paint on the paper, it can just be so nervous system regulating. It's really fascinating to me.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I'm going to do a little heavier coat here. The other thing I discovered that I did not know before, which is probably obvious to everyone,
Uh-huh.
is to have 2 cups of water when you're using watercolors.
Yeah, it's funny that you said that because people always say to me that they don't understand how my brushes stay clean because I don't do that.
Well, you don't do that, and yet they stay clean.
Pretty
As
much, yeah. Yeah, I'm
couldn't
lazy.
figure out.
I'm a bit lazy and I don't do that. And people are like, how's that possible? But it's, I think, is because of how much is left on your brush each time you clean it. So like the water looks really murky, but it's not actually that much pigment in the water. So each time you clean your brush, it is definitely recommended to what you do, like have to, even some people just have, they always put their brush in clean water. They don't
Yeah.
ever put it in not, but I don't do that. I'm lazy. And it sort of
Yeah.
works. But yeah, it is recommended to do that. But I find that it's okay. I don't, my water doesn't tend to get so super saturated. If it got very, very saturated, I will change. But yeah, that is it is funny. All these little
When
details.
you went to art school,
Yeah.
did you already feel like an artist, or
No.
when did you
Well,
become,
no,
when did
okay.
you feel that feeling?
Well, I mean, I did okay, look, I in high school chose art as my final, what do you call that? In Holland, they you go up to 18. So let's say in England you have A levels. So I did
Yes.
A levels in art, first of all. So I was very interested in art. My grandmother was an artist as well. She did really amazing oil paintings. And then I went to art academy in Amsterdam, and that was a very different experience and not a pleasant one compared to my high school. I had a really cool high school. I really liked it there. Art was a very positive experience there,
Hmm.
while art at Art Academy in Amsterdam was a miserable experience. They sort of try
Oh,
to break you, like
yeah,
they
I
do
hate
it.
that.
Yeah, they do that in the creative spaces. They try to kind of, I don't know what
That
it is.
happened to me with the flute.
Oh, really? Yeah, really trying to.
Right. And it did break me. I kind of gave it up after
Well,
that.
that's the thing. Yeah, they try to break you so that you can come out supposedly as a better artist on the other end. And like, yeah, that's not working for me, everybody.
I'm
So
glad
I
yours
left
is.
as well. I never finished my arts academy because it
Yay.
was so miserable.
Yay, you.
I didn't like it. But I don't know. I even the word artist doesn't. It sounds a bit weird, but it doesn't mean that much to me. I don't. The word artist can cover so many things. So
Mm,
mixed media artist might be what I more identify, because artist could be anything. You can be art in the kitchen. You can be an artist in the. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't really.
yes.
Funnily enough, I don't identify as an artist, which
You
is
know, it's funny
weird.
you say that because I never have either. It's been other people who've
Yeah.
labeled me that
Right.
because, but I've always thought, but I'm not an artist. I have the supplies and I have the space and I love it,
Hmm.
but I've never identified myself that way either
Yeah.
until other people did. And then I thought, well, I better say it then.
Yeah. 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 But it's. I suppose it depends on what people associate with the word. So I think a lot of in the olden days, artists had a maybe a loaded sort of and this is so impressive term. Like it was a special kind of term that if you
Yeah.
are if you're formally allowed to call yourself an artist, it means something. It has
Yeah.
some kind of loadedness about it. Well, for me, the term is much more about it covers a lot of sort of ground. So artist means it could be anything. Like they call musicians artists. You see what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's what a
That's
person who
right.
does art. But therefore, I like saying I teach mixed media art. It feels more correct. Like that's what I
Yeah.
can. Like I can describe myself more by what I do rather than what I am. I don't have a strong identity anyway. I don't feel like
Mm.
I am artist or I am mother. I'm just a human with lots of that does a lot of things. Does that make sense? So I
Yeah.
don't have a strong kind of sense of identity around the things that I do because it's what I do rather than what I am. Does that make, I don't know if that makes sense at all.
Love that. Well,
Yeah.
it's helping me get to know you.
Oh, good.
Love
Yeah. So I
that.
have no strong feelings around the word artist.
I have
Um,
that song that just appeared in my head. I am woman, hear me roar.
hmm, I don't know
That?
that one. Oh,
Oh, it's a classic.
oh, is it?
It was from the 60s or 70s,
Okay.
time of feminism and
Right.
uprising feminism. There was a very famous song, I am woman, hear me roar.
Okay, I need to list. I need to look into it.
Well, I've lost the eyes somehow, but I'm okay
Oh
with
no, I
it.
like that. You know what? You have added more dark on the face, and that really helps make it pop.
Yeah.
Before the it was sort of a little too transparent, perhaps, for it to really pop, and it really comes out better now. Actually,
Oh,
stronger.
good.
Yeah, stronger. Yeah.
Oh, it feels nice. Well, this
Yeah.
has been lovely.
Yeah. Thank you. That was. I think we're. Where are we? We probably need to stop now, don't we? Because it's been about an
Yeah.
hour and a bit. And I will work a little bit more on this
You.
bear so that people could see it finished if they're up for that. Shall we put our faces back up for a little bit?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to turn myself right way around before I do that. So I don't.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's so funny. I have to keep swapping yourself around. Hold on, here I am.
Oh, and you've got nice little rosy cheeks on your bear. I
Oh,
love that. I
yes. Yes.
do
I'll
that.
show you up. I'll show that.
Okay.
I just did that.
Oh, sweet.
It's just the last bit that I did. Yeah. But what I'll do is I'll do a bit more shading around the bear's head and then on the jumper a little bit as well. But that's about it. It's very simple, in a way, very simple sort of design. And then I might do something to the background to maybe a light wash or something. I don't know
Yeah,
what yet. Yeah.
lovely. Well, it was lovely as usual.
Yeah,
I feel
lovely as usual too.
peaceful. I feel peaceful. I feel warm.
Me
Okay.
too. Nicely grounded, calm, and having spent some time with you in a sort of lovely safe space, actually.
Yeah,
Safe space.
we
We
did.
made a safe space.
We did, and we are infusing it into our world.
That's it. I really want to say, like, I found out it really hit me for a second that we are also the world. It's like, oh yeah, of course I am. Because it's sometimes don't you think it just feels like you're sort of as a bystander going, oh, those people
Mm.
are killing all those people. Why are they? You know, like you're just a sort of a bystander. But I really was hit when you said we are also the world. I was like, actually, you're right. You know, and what I do and put in might not obviously make massive changes, but it should, in theory, resonate or inject a little bit of whatever I do, positive stuff. So yeah, that was
Well,
nice. It was
I
a
mean,
nice.
I think when I get grounded like I feel right now, I know I ripple it out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The ripple. Nice.
The ripple, yeah. Well, so good to see you.
Very good to see you
Till
too.
next time,
Yeah,
friend.
till next time. So I hope everyone enjoyed this. And if you want to learn more about Jen, then look into my
Mm.
links and you can find more out about Jennifer. And also any other links that I have, you can find below as well. And thank you for watching, everyone.
See
Yeah.
you next time.
Okay.